2018 Chevy Cruze front brake pad replacement. You'll need a 19mm socket or tire iron. Okay, next, I like to turn the tires outward as it gives me more access to the brake caliper. And with a flathead screwdriver, so that I don't need any type of tool like a G-clamp or a caliper press tool, I just use a flathead screwdriver. I gently wedge it between the rotors and the brake pad and move it back and forth till I can get the flathead screwdriver wedged firmly in between the brake pad and the rotors. And when I get the flathead screwdriver wedged firmly in between there, I start to rock it back and forth. I'm pulling it back towards myself, allows the caliper piston to be slowly pressed in place. And doing this now will avoid needing a caliper press tool or a G-clamp afterwards to put on back the caliper, because the old brake pads are thin and so the piston going to be sticking out, and when you're putting on the new thicker pads, the caliper won't fit. So after I've got my piston press, I go with my 14mm socket and remove these two bolts from the caliper housing, and this will allow you to take off the caliper easy, which you'll then rest above the rotors to not strain the brake line. These are the old brake pads, and I'm gonna remove these clips, these spring clips. I'm not sure what these clips are for, but I'll try to replace them when I'm putting in the new pad. But after I remove the caliper, I like to inspect the brake pad. This is where you inspect how the brake pad has been worn. If the brake pad is worn straight, you see it has a nice straight edge. I know that the rotors are still good and does not need or does not require replacing. I'm using the tip of the screwdriver to show you that it is wearing straight. Everything is the same measurement. And then you look at the rotors, you see that there isn't any groove, any deep groove, any scratch, any damages. So we won't need to replace the rotors. We'll just take these brake pad out. And when I do my brake pad change like this, I like to hit it with a little carb cleaner, wash off the face so that the old debris doesn't scratch and break up the new brake pad and rotors too early. Also, forgive me, in this video I forgot to put some lube, but for $1 when you buy your brake pad, they usually give you some brake pad lube that you put on the back, and it lubricates the piston and the back of this brake pad here. But yeah, it is as simple as this. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Now your new brake pads are in place. As I say, I'm going to replace this clip here, because if I'm not lying, this clip helps the brake pads to push outwards so it doesn't screech along the rotors while you drive. So I'm just popping that back into place and we're good to go. You can also bleed your brake line if you want, but there was no air getting into this brake line. I didn't open it, so I think it's safe to just replace the calipers, put on back the tires, and it's good to go. The next brake change should be able to change the rotors and all 4 brakes. So stay tuned for that. 2018 Chevy Cruze brake pad change. You just saw it. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I think the job time is roughly 30 minutes. If this video helped, I would like you to subscribe, comment, and watch for more. Thank you guys for supporting. I really appreciate it. As we like to say over here at Remedy Creation, love, peace, and chicken grease. Remember to tighten back your brake pad to specs I'm a DIYer, but I hope to get to professional level one day. And you usually tighten these to specs when I get like the foot pound wrench where I can calculate the exact foot pound. I'll be more precise, but this job is good enough for government work. You know, they like to say. Okay, guys, thanks very much again. It was a simple, great job. Big up on yourself.